All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is the Fantasy Sports Boss with another video for you. Hit that subscribe, hit that notification, and the like button if you haven't done so already. Wanted to discuss Austin Ekeler, so fully bore into the off-season analysis of the fantasy football community and really starting out with the prime players. We talked about Christian McCaffrey the other day, who probably will be the number one consensus choice for 2023 fantasy football drafts. But one guy who could challenge that mantle is Austin Ekeler of the Los Angeles Chargers. So as far as Ekeler is concerned, he was just beyond dominant last season. I mean, just ridiculous numbers. Helped carry his teams to the fantasy football championship. He really was just that good in all facets of the game. Just to go back down memory lane, though, 2021, with Melvin Gordon now finally out of the way, Austin Ekeler was given the mantle as a clear-cut number one running back for the Chargers, but there was still quite a bit of people in the fantasy football community that were worried he was not going to get the goal line touches and he was not going to prove durable enough. Well, Ekeler answered all of those concerns, rushed for 911 yards, caught 70 passes, and 20 total touchdowns between rushing and receiving, completely silenced all, if there were any previous critics of Ekeler. But prior to last season, the concerns again with Ekeler, there were concerns. These were a little bit different. It centered on whether he was going to be able to duplicate his 2021 production, especially those 20 total touchdowns. And again, a smaller back, was nicked up a little bit throughout the course of the 2021 season. He did miss a game, but it was due to COVID, not injury. He fought through the injuries. But again, you were paying the freight on Ekeler prior to last season. You were paying for his career year. And could he sustain those 20 touchdowns? Well, unbelievably, Ekeler did even better last season. Just unbelievable from the get-go. Pulling up the numbers here again from last season. So 915 rushing yards, 13 touchdowns on the ground, 106 receptions for another 722 and 5 more scores. So while he did have 2 fewer touchdowns, he went over 100 receiving yards, which is just ridiculous. Blew way past his previous highs in receiving yardage, and then the rushing yardage was right there where it was in 2021. Just simply silly numbers from Ekeler throughout the course of the season. 4 games of 30-plus fantasy points, PPR fantasy points, which is just insane. And again, this is a guy who was an undrafted free agent signee out of the college powerhouse called Western State. So this is a true success story through and through. Now, again, for 2023, 5'10", 200 pounds. Ekeler is very small. He's had an insane workload the last 2 seasons, but he's played through it. And he's going to be 28. So alarm bells go off when running backs hit the age of 27, 28. Ekeler will be 28 when the 2023 season gets started. So should we fade him this season? Should we not use that, top 2, top 3 pick that it's going to take to get him for fantasy football this season? For me personally, I think we have one more year of safe Austin Ekeler. Now, of course, anybody can get injured at any given time. There's no doubt about that. But Ekeler's first few seasons in the NFL, he was a part-time player with Melvin Gordon. He never really got bell cow carries until the last 2 seasons. So his odometer, the tread on his tires are not as worn as let's say a Christian McCaffrey who came in right from the get-go and was a bell cow back. Ekeler doesn't have that mileage on him. Now, again, I know he's a smaller back, but he's built like a rock. Anybody who's seen Ekeler weightlifting videos, I mean, he's just got muscles popping out everywhere. So he's well compact back. Plays low to the ground, so we avoid some of the bigger hits that some of the bigger, taller backs take. So for me, at least for one more year, I know he's 28, but again, the odometer reading is not as high on backs who came into the NFL right off the bat. Again, Jonathan Taylor is another example. Guys who got crazy workload right out of the gate. So I'm fine with the top 3 pick, spending a top 3 choice on Austin Ekeler. Do I take him over Christian McCaffrey? I mean, that's a debate you could have. I think Ekeler is more durable. So, and McCaffrey's got more mileage. So if anybody took Ekeler over McCaffrey, I'm fine with that as well. So I'm signing off on it. I'm comfortable with Ekeler for at least one more season. I'm not going to go any beyond that. We take this year by year for guys who are 27 and older, but I think Ekeler should be all right. My forecast for him this season, 951 rushing yards, 11 on the ground, 104 receptions for 824 and 7 more TDs. So, just another big season on the way for Austin Ekeler. All right, hit that subscribe, hit that notification button.